Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my lord.
May I please know your name?
My lord, I am Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police, S.A. James.
Repeat the name, please.
Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police, S.A. James. S.A. is E-S-E-R-A-I-T.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 40 years.
What's your religion?
I'm a Christian.
Please take oath.
I swear by the Almighty God that the evidence I will give touching the matter now before court
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
nothing else but the truth.
Nothing else but the truth.
So please repeat your full particulars.
Detective Assistant Superintendent of Police, S.A. James.
James, you say you are 40 years.
Yes, my lord.
What do you do for a living?
I am a police officer.
Police officer attached where?
To Okuwulira Police Division.
What do you do at Okuwulira Police Division?
At Okuwulira Police Division, I work as the Division CID officer.
For how long have you been Divisional CID officer at that place?
Close to 8 months.
You know the accused?
My lord, I know the accused.
How do you know him?
My lord, I got to know the accused on 2nd of April when he was arrested having killed 4 juveniles at Ggaba Early Childhood Center.
Agambye amanya ge ayitibwa S.A. James nga alina emyaka 4 era agambye musirikale wa poliisi nga akolera ku poliisi y'e Kabalagala ng'era nga emirimu gy'akola egyakunoonyereza gy'akola ng'era ku poliisi y'e Kabalagala yakakolerawo emyezi nga 8 era ne bamubuuza nti oba omusibe oyo amumanyi n'agamba nti amumanyi nga yajja okumumanya ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 omwezi ogwokuna omwaka guno omwami oyo yali ng'akwatiddwa ng'amaze okuba ngatta abaana.
So James, what happened on the 2nd April this year?
You know him by name?
Yes, my lord.
What is his name?
Christopher Okelo Onyum.
What happened on the 2nd of April this year?
My lord, on that day, I was in the office at around 11:30 in the morning.
Yes.
I got information from OC station that a certain man,
From the OC
station of Kabalagala,
Interpret.
Agambye bamubuuziza nti omwami oba amanyi amannya ge n'agamba nti agamanyi ng'era ayitibwa Christopher Okelo Onyum n'agamba nti ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 ogwokuna omwaka guno yali mu ofiisi ye ku makya ssaawa 5:30 yafuna obubaka okuva ewa OC station eya Kabalagala.
informing me that a certain man has attacked a daycare school in Ggaba and killed 4 pupils. Immediately, I mobilized my team of detectives.
Certain man. Let's write that. So you mobilized?
I mobilized a team of detectives, scene of crime officers, and other uniformed officers in preparation to respond to the scene. After the mobilization, we booked out to Ggaba.
Ayongedde n'agamba nti yali yafuna obubaka obwo nti waliwo ku ssomero erimu erya daycare erisangibwa e Ggaba nti waliwo omusajja omu asse abaana bana era mu ddala n'ategeka ttiimu ye nga kuliko n'abo ababa banoonyereza mu kifo ekyo baba watuusiddwako omusango ogwo n'abasirikale abalala era ne beeyongerayo mu kifo ekyo e Ggaba.
Do you remember the circles that you mobilized?
Yes, my lord. The circles I mobilized, one was Detective Assistant Inspector of Police, Mutaka Jimmy, Detective Constable Adero Esther, those are the two circles that I moved with.
How about the detectives?
The detectives, the ones I moved with was the Detective Inspector Sema Ndatwaha, Detective Constable Atube Francis, I also moved with the Detective Constable Imbisibwe Cyrus, Detective Constable Abango Scovia, among others.
Agambye abamu ku abo be yatambula nabo mu ttiimu ye kwaliko abo abasirikale abanoonyereza mu kifo ekyo abawaddizibwa omusango ogwo nga baali babiri. N'agamba kwaliko Mutaka Jimmy ne kubeerako ne Adero Esther n'abalala abakolera mu by'okunoonyereza kwaliko Semandatwa ne kubeerako Francis Ahimbisibwe Cyrus Ampango Scovia n'abalala.
Yes, James, you say you booked out to Ggaba.
Yes, my lord.
Proceed.
Yes, on arrival at Ggaba, at the scene, we found a huge crowd of community members who had responded
Yes.
The community members were highly charged.
Okay. Yes.
Yes,
What else did you find?
at the scene, my lord, I managed to trace for one of the officers at Ggaba, that is the OC station of Ggaba. My main aim of tracing for him was to get a brief from him on what had happened.
What did he brief you?
The OC station of Ggaba briefed me
What is his name?
is the ASP Kiria Dison.
Kiria?
Dison.
This
Dison.
son.
Yes.
What did he brief you?
Chiria briefed me that a certain person attacked a daycare school and killed the children. He told me out of the 4 children who were killed, 3 had been rushed to Wenzi Medical Center, and it is only 1 whose body was still at the scene.
Nti we baatuukayo mu kifo ekyo ekisangibwa e Ggaba, basanga enkumu y'abantu nga bali mu kifo ekyo, era n'agezaako okubeera ng'anoonya OC eyali akulira poliisi y'e Ggaba okubeera nga amuyitiramu biki ebyo byali byatuuseewo, nga OC oyo w'e Ggaba yali ayitibwa ASP Kirya Dison, eyamutegeeza n'amugamba nti waliwo omuntu omu alumbye essomero eryo erya daycare n'atta abaana, naye kwaba abaana be yatta, 3 bali batwaliddwa mu ddwaliro erya Wenzi, nga omu ye yali already nga wali awo ku scene nga mufu.
Any other briefing?
Another briefing from Chiria was that the person who killed these children had been arrested by the security of the school, and he was kept at their security room within the school.
What followed?
Having gotten that brief, together with the DPC, we embarked on a process of clearing the scene, that is sending away the members of the community who had gathered.
Where had the community gathered at the scene?
The community had mainly gathered around the road leading to the scene.
Yes.
Yes.
What else?
The purpose for which we were clearing the scene was, 1, we wanted to secure the scene as soon as we could.
Yes.
Secondly, we were also creating an enabling environment for us to evacuate the suspect to Okuwulira police.
Ayongedde n'ategeeza nti yagambibwa nti omuntu oyo yali assa abaana abo yali amaze okuba nga akwatibwa n'abasecurity abaali bakola ku ssomero eryo ne babaako mu kaluumu kwe bamutereka, ng'era ng'amaze okuba ng'afuna obubaka obwo, ye awamu ne DPC basalawo okubeera nga bakiriyalinga ekifo ekyo okutangira abantu bonna okubeera nga batuuka mu kifo ekyo wali wakolebwa ebikolwa ebyo, n'ekirala okubeera nga suspect oyo bamutwala ku poliisi y'e Kabalagala.
Okay, what followed?
After clearing the crowd, we immediately cordoned off the scene.
How did you do this?
We did this by using scene cordoning tapes.
What else?
After that, my lord, the scene of crime officers started the process of examining and documenting the scene.
Can you say that again?
After clearing the scene of crime officers immediately started examining and documenting the crime scene.
Nga bamaze okubeera nga bakiriyalinga ekifo ekyo, bate ekifo ekyo kyonna awamu bakikuma ne teepu gwe bakozesa okubeera nga batangira omuntu yenna okuba nga asala mu kifo ekyo, ng'era bwe baali bamaze okukola ekikolwa ekyo, ttiimu yaabwe ekola okunoonyereza mu kifo ekyo awaddiziddwa omusango ne batandika emirimu gyabwe egy'okwekebejja ekifo ekyo.
What else?
My Lord, as the SOCOs were doing the scene examination, I, together with my detectives, moved around looking for possible witnesses, specifically the school staff.
Did you find any?
Yes, my Lord.
Who did you find?
We found Namtebi Foibe and Madame Odong Annette.
And what happened?
Among the two, we mostly interacted with the Namtebi, despite the fact that she was a bit traumatized, but she gave us the preliminary information we needed from her.
Okay.
Nti ng'ettiimu ey'abo abasirikale abali mu okunoonyereza ku kifo ekyo abakoleddwa ebikolwa ebyo, nti ye n'abasirikale abalala bakola kunoonyereza batandika okubeera nga batambula mu kitundu ekyo nga banoonya abajulizi okubayambako, naye abajulizi abalala bana, naye okusinga bali beetaaga abajulizi ab'okusomero, era baafunako Namutebi Feibi ne Odong Annette, naye okusinga baayogera nnyo ne Namutebi Feibe eyabannyonnyola buli kimu ekyali kituseewo.
Yes, please.
In Namutebi's brief to us, she told me that a certain man.
Did she tell you how the incident had occurred?
Yes.
It was before this court.
Yes, she told me.
What followed?
What followed next, after that brief interview with her, as the SOCOs were examining the scene, I took initiative to look through the scene, and among the things that I personally saw was a dead body of a male juvenile that was lying on the veranda at the daycare.
Other than the male body?
I also saw blood spread across different points at the scene.
Other than that?
I also saw a knife that the killer knife that the suspect used.
Where did you see this knife?
This knife was found outside of a wire mesh fence, which is within the building of the daycare.
Officer, that is not clear. Where was the knife?
The knife was found within the same compound of the daycare, but outside there is a wire mesh that separates the entire fence of the premises from the house that hosts a daycare. Actually, it's a chain link, if I may use that, my lord.
Ayongedde n'agamba nga Namutebi amaze okubeera nga amunnyonnyola ye yayitamu mu siini eyo n'agamba nti yalaba omubiri gw'omwana afudde yali omulenzi omuto nga yeebase kabalaza ku ssomero eryo erya daycare. Nayongera era n'alaba n'omusaayi bateebereza okubeera omusaayi mu bifo eby'enjawulo era mu kifo ekyo n'alaba n'akambe omutemu oyo ke yakozesa okubeera ng'atta abaana abo akaali wabweru w'ekikomero ekyo.
Do you know how that knife was handled thereafter?
Yes, that knife was identified, marked, and photographed and recovered by the SOCO.
What else? You've talked about the body on the veranda, the blood, spots, the knife. Anything else?
Maybe the general observation of how the compound was disorganized.
What do you mean?
What I mean is the playing items of the children were scattered all over the compound.
Other than that, anything else?
My lord, as far as the scene observations are concerned, that is what I saw.
Where was that? Let's them interpret first.
Agambye nti akambe akazuulibwawo kasobola okubeera nga kategerebwa ne bakakuba ekifaananyi era ne bakamaakinga ttiimu yaabwe yali ekola kunoonyereza mu kifo ekyo. Era nayongera n'agamba nti yalaba n'ebyokuzannyisa abaana be baali bakozesa nga byonna buli kimu kyali waakyo.
Where was the suspect at that time?
At that particular moment, the suspect was held at the security room of the school.
How was he handled?
The suspect was later on picked, put in a police car, and he was taken to Okuwulira police.
The suspect oyo yali already amaze okuba nga yali yakwatibwa ng'era yateekebwa mu ruumu ya security ey'essomero eryo. Oluvannyuma ne bamukima ne bamuteeka mu mmotoka ya poliisi n'atwalibwa ku poliisi y'e Kabalagala.
James, did you participate in that process of putting the suspect in the car and ensuring his transmission to Kabalagala?
I did not personally participate in that, but there are officers who took part in that exercise, my lord.
Agambye teyeetaba ku ekyo okubeera nga batwala suspect oyo ku poliisi.
You witness?
Yes, I did.
Process.
Yes, I did.
Naye akkiriza nti ekikolwa ekyo yakiraba.
In what state was the suspect?
I beg your pardon, my lord.
What did you observe on the suspect?
What I observed on the suspect is that he looked a bit dirty, I think during the process of arrest, the struggle. I also saw some bruises on his arms.
Other than the arms, did you see any bruises on any part of the body?
Yes. Around the mouth. The mouth and the forehead, at the forehead.
Agambye nti suspect oyo yamulaba nga yali ngaddugala ng'era ng'alabika okuddugala okwo kwava kajagalalo, era n'agamba nti suspect oyo yamulaba yalina enkwagulo ku mikono gye era ng'era yalina n'enkwagulo ze zimu ku mumwa gwe ne ku kyeni.
Did you establish how? If you did not, it is okay, absolutely okay. But court will be interested in knowing if you established what caused those injuries on him. If you did.
Yes, my lord. Later on, when I went to the station, I got an opportunity to interface with the suspect, and I asked him how he sustained those injuries. He told me the people who arrested him, the mob, beat him up.
Oluvannyuma yasobola okutegeera engeri suspect oyo gye yali afunamu ebisago ebyo, ng'era oluvannyuma yaddayo ku station oba ku poliisi we yali akola, ye kennyini yasobola okwogeramu ne suspect oyo. Suspect oyo n'abeera ng'amugamba nti ebifune bwe yabifuna ku bantu abaali baamukwata, abo be baali baamukuba.
So James, the suspect is taken to Kabalagala. You have observed what you have already told court. Did you do any other thing?
Yes, my lord. After the so-called documenting the scene at the daycare, the body of the juvenile who was at the scene was picked and put in a police car, and we moved to our secondary scene at Wenzi Medical Center.
Yes.
Yes, at Wenzi.
Yes.
We were ushered into an emergency room.
And what happened at Wednesday?
What happened at Wenzi is that we were shown the dead bodies of 3 children. The so-called did what they are supposed to do, marked the bodies, photographed them, and picked blood samples.
Nti ttiimu yaabwe ekola kunoonyereza bwe yali ng'emaliriza nti omubiri gw'omwana eyali olwedde omugenzi baaguggyawo mu kifo ekyo ne baguteeka mu mmotoka yaabwe eya poliisi ne beeyongerayo ku ddwaliro erya Wenzi, era nga bwe batuukayo baayanirizibwa ne babalaga abaana abo 3 abalala era nabo olwedde abaali bamaze okubeera nga bafa. Then ttiimu yaabwe yali ekola kunoonyereza mu kifo ekyo neekuba ebifaananyi by'abaana abo ne baggyako n'omusaayi.
What else?
After that, my lord, all the 4 bodies were put in a body bag and they were delivered to Mulago on my instructions. Mulago mortuary for post-mortem examination.
Oluvannyuma abo bonna abaana bana baateekebwa mu bisawo bye babateekamu okubeera nga babatwala mu mokyale e Mulago okubeera nga bayongera kubeekebejjo.
Did anything follow that day?
After the secondary scene, we ended with the day's activities at the scenes of crime.
Yes.
We returned back to the station.
Kera bamala baddayo ku station yaabwe gye bakolera.
At the station?
At the station, my lord.
Yes.
When I arrived there, I sent for the suspect who was then in custody. The suspect was matched to me.
Where?
In my office.
You remember who did that?
Yes, my lord. The suspect was matched to me by DC Atube Francis.
Interpretation, please.
Agambye nti era baamala nga bali ku poliisi oba ku station yaabwe bakolera yatumya suspect oyo already gwe baali bamaze okuba nga batuusa ku poliisi eyo then ne bamutwalira mu ofiisi ye ng'era omusirikale yamutwalira yali ayitibwa Francis.
Yes.
The suspect was brought to me.
Yes.
I was in the office with other officers who included Inspector of Police Semanda Twaha, the officer who brought the suspect himself was there.
Semanda Twaha.
Yes, my lord.
Then the officer, who else?
Atube Francis.
Yes.
Yes. When the suspect was brought to me, my first question to him was who he was. Who are you?
The suspect oyo bamutwalira ng'era mu ofiisi eyo yalimu n'abasirikale abalala mwalimu omu ku basirikale yali Semanda Twaha, then no yennyini eyamuleeta yali Francis Atuge, era ng'ekibuuzo kye yasooka okumu.
What is that name?
Francis.
Mahu? Which name?
Is it Atuge?
Atube.
Atube. Francis Atube, era ng'ekibuuzo kye yasooka okumubuuza nti ye gwani.
Did the accused provide an answer to your question?
Yes, my lord.
What did he tell you?
He told me his names were Christopher Okello Onyum, a resident of Chanja, in Akawa division. I further asked him what he does. His response was that he's a commercial farmer who is establishing a farm in Noya district.
Era yamala n'amuddamu n'amugamba amannya ge nti ye Christopher Okello Onyum, n'amugamba nti era abadde abeera Kyanja esangibwa mu division e Nakawa, nayongera n'ambuuza ebibuuzo ebirala, n'ambuuza nti okola mirimu ki, n'amugamba nti ye mulimi ng'akolera Nyoya district.
Yes.
My lord, I went ahead and asked the suspect, or the accused now, why he was at police. And
Yes.
his response was that he's at police because he was arrested having killed 4 children at a daycare in Ggaba.
Ayongera n'ambuuza nti lwaki ali ku poliisi, ye n'amuddamu n'amugamba nti ali ku poliisi eyo olw'ensonga nti abadde akwatiddwa oluvannyuma lw'okubeera nti asse abaana 4 ku kasomero ka daycare e Ggaba.
Yes.
I asked the accused person what was the motive behind what he
What
did.
did you ask him?
I asked him that what was the motive for killing these children.
Mr. Morgan, are we going into a confession?
No, my lord.
Where are we going?
My lord, we are traversing the first interaction that the accused had with the authority. Not necessarily, my lord, the confession.
Okay, so can we be general? Because it is almost looking like a confession.
My lord, we are not pursuing a confession necessarily,
Okay.
but we feel by the nature of the case, my lord, court may be interested in knowing
The conversation.
the conversation
Okay.
between the accused and the first authority that he interacted with.
Okay, proceed. Proceed.
Proceed, sir.
Yes, my lord. I asked him the reason as to why he killed the children. And his response was he killed these children because he was looking for riches.
Yayongera n'ambuuza ebibuuzo, n'ambuuza nti no yalina kigendererwa ki okubeera ng'atta abaana abo, ye n'amuddamu n'amugamba nti yali anoonya bya bugagga.
Did anything else transpire in your interaction?
Yes, my lord. During my interaction with the accused person, I also interested myself in knowing how he arrived at this in terms of whether there was any prior planning or not. In his responses, the accused person told me,
My lord, accused person wants to talk to us.
Okay, please. Anything you'd like to communicate from him?
My lord, it's okay.
Okay.
Yes, James.
yes, my lord. When I asked the accused how he arrived at this in terms of planning, accused told me that he took some time planning this. And among some of the activities he undertook was to come to the daycare on a number of occasions to do surveillance.
Yayongera n'amubuuza nti ye yeetegeka atya oba yatuuka atya mu kifo ekyo, ye n'amuddamu n'amugamba nti kyamutwalira ebbanga nga yeetegeka era n'ayongera n'amugamba nti yasobola okubeera ng'agenda mu kifo ekyo emirundi egiwerako kubeera nga aketta ekifo ekyo.
Yes.
Among other things he did, as per his narration, was the preparation of the murder weapons. He told me prior to the incident, he bought a number of knives, some of which he used in the execution of the mission.
Was that all?
My Lord, I also asked the accused person that during his time of surveillance at the school, what were some of his findings? What did he find at school? The accused person told me that one of the things he found at school was that the daycare never had any security guard at the gate. The second was that every time he went there, he would only see ladies. In terms of people who are managing the school, they are only ladies. The third issue.
Was that your okay?
The third issue, he told me that every time he would go there, he would always find kids in the compound playing.
Nti Okero yamugamba ye mu kwetegeka kwe yasobola okubeera ng'afuna ebisinga obwamba obwo yabugula, era ye omusirikale ono omujulizi n'ayongera n'amubuuza nti ye ki kye yasangayo ku ssomero eryo. Okero n'amuddamu n'amugamba ku ddeke eyo ye yali tasangangawo omuntu akuuma ku geeti eyo, era n'agamba buli kaseera we yagendangayo yalabangawo abakyala ku ssomero eryo, era ne buli kaseera we yagendangayo yasangangayo n'abaana nga babeera bazanya.
Did anything else transpire in your interaction with the accused?
Yes, my Lord. During my interaction with the accused, as I was winding up with my interaction with him, accused in his final remarks with me said he was sorry for what he did. He apologizes. He said he knew that what he did had consequences. He could be jailed or he could be killed.
Baali bamaliriza suspect oyo ye yagamba nti no yeetonda era ne yeetonda olw'ebikolwa ebyo byabadde akoze, nti era yamanya nti ebikolwa bye yali akoze yamanya nti biyinza okumutuusaako okubeera ng'asibwa oba okubeera ng'attibwa.
What followed?
My Lord, in his expressing his fear and apology, the accused also told me that while still here at the scene, having slaughtered the children, when he saw the crowd coming to respond to the matter, he had made a call to police emergency line 112.
Yes.
He did what?
He made a call to a police emergency line 112.
Kyokero yayongera n'agamba nti bwe yali ng'akyali mu kifo ekyo ku siini awo wennyini yalaba bamaama b'abaana abo nga bali ku baana baabwe already ye be yali amaze okubeera.
Where did you hear that? Please pay attention. Could you please repeat that for interpretation?
My Lord, the accused told me that while at the scene, when he saw a crowd advancing or coming to respond, he made an emergency call to police emergency line 112.
Nti we yali ng'akyali ku siini eyo yalaba ebibinja by'abantu nga bajja mu kifo ekyo ng'era mu bwangu ddala n'asobola okubeera ng'akuba ku emergency number eza poliisi eya 112.
Yes. What followed?
My Lord, that evening, after interacting with the accused person, I handed him to an officer who took his statement, and I left him with that of
What type of statement?
a plain statement.
Who is that officer?
This year to be Francis.
Nti kawungeezi olunaku olwo ng'amaze okubeera ng'ayogeramu ne suspect oyo yamala n'amuwaayo ew'omusirikale omulala eyamuggyako statement ng'omusirikale yayitibwa Francis.
Okay, did anything else follow?
My Lord, what followed was the next day on 3rd.
So what happened on the 3rd of which month?
3rd of April 2026.
What happened on the 3rd?
On the 3rd, my Lord, I led a team of detectives, scene of crime officer, for a search at the residence of the accused.
Olunaku lwati ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 ogwokuna omwaka gwa 2026 nti ye yakulemberamu ttiimu eyo okuba nga bagenda okubeera nga basaakinga ewaka wa suspect oyo.
How did you know the accused's residence?
We were directed and led by the accused himself.
Nti baakulemberwamu accused mwennyini oba omusibe.
Where did he lead you?
The accused led us to Namugera Close at Katumba Zone LOC1 in Chanja.
Suspect yabatuusa paka ku Namugira Close esangibwa mu zone y'e Katumba esangibwa e Chanja.
Tell court what happened when you reached at his residence.
When we reached at the residence of the accused, we looked for the area LOC, and we are fortunate that we got the defense LOC1 of the area. We also looked for the landlord of the area.
Who did you get?
We got the caretaker of the premises where the accused was residing.
Do you remember who the caretaker was?
Yes, my lord. The caretaker is Mr. Makai Joel.
Bwe baatuukayo mu kifo ekyo basobola okubeera nga banoonya LC w'ekitundu ekyo ne basobola okuba nga bafunawo wa defense era baayongera kubeera nga banoonya ne landlord w'ekitundu ekyo naye era basobola okufuna omuntu yali alabirira ekifo ekyo yali ayitibwa Makai Joel.
Okay, you got the LC defense, you got Mr. Makai, the caretaker. What followed?
What followed was the opening of the room.
Tell the court what happened.
When we reached at the residence of the accused, we never had the key to his house because his key had been, I think, lost during the process of him being arrested.
Officer, stop thinking. Tell us what you want.
His key was misplaced.
You asked
How
him
did you
about the
know?
key.
We asked him about it. Fortunately, the caretaker had a copy of the key.
Yes.
So the caretaker opened the house. We gained entry into the room and conducted the search.
Nti bwe baatuuka mu kifo ekyo bo baali tebalina kisumuluzo naye baabuuza omusibe oba suspect nti ekisumuluzo kiri ddawa ye n'agamba yali tamanyi we kiri era omwami yali avunaanyizibwa ku kifo ekyo yali akirabirira ye yali alina kopi y'ekisumuluzo ekyo eyabasoboseza okubeera nga abaggulira ne bayingira era ne batandika okuba nga basaakinga.
Did the search yield any results?
Yes, my lord.
And what?
During the search, we recovered items, among which included 2 US passports in the name of Christopher Okello Onyum, a driver's license issued by the US state of Virginia in the names of Christopher Okello Onyum, we also recovered a sanity medical report addressed to the Chief of Immigration, I beg your pardon, Chief of Citizenship and Immigration Control, Ministry of Internal Affairs. That sanitary report was dated 30th December 2025, and it was authored and signed by Dr. Agenda Rogers of C-Care IHK.
Nti bye baazuula mu nnyumba eyo ebimu bye baazuula mu nnyumba eyo kwaliko passport 2 ezaali ez'ensi ya Amerika nga zaali mmanya ga Christopher Okello Onyum, ne bazuulako ne driving permit eyali eya state ya Virginia esangibwa nayo mu Amerika ng'amanya agaaliko kwaliko Christopher Okello Onyum, bayongera ne bazuula n'ebbaluwa oba alipoota ey'eddwaliro nga yali yawandiikirwa Dr. Agenda Rogers owa Sikea IHK nga yagiwandiika ng'ennaku z'omwezi 3 omwezi gwa Desemba mwaka gwa 2025 nga agiwandiikira ministry ekola ku nsonga z'ebyomuntu.
What else?
My Lord, among other items recovered were 2 Dell laptops, 2 smartphones, 6 knives, 3 flash disks, we also found a letter of good conduct issued by Interpol Uganda we also recovered a spring file box.
You recovered what?
A spring file that contained documents, personal documents of the accused person, and other assorted documents that included an agreement where the accused hired land from Noya, also there were copies of passport application forms from immigration.
Copies of what, please?
Passport application forms.
For which entity?
For Ministry of Internal Affairs, Immigration Department.
Sorry?
Immigration Department.
Yes.
Among other documents.
Nti ebirala bye bayongera ne basuula mu nnyumba eyo mwalimu laptop 2 ekika kya Dell, ne basangamu smartphone 2 obwambe 6, bu flash disk bwalimu 3, ne basangamu n'ebbaluwa eyamuweebwa aba Interpol, ne basangamu ne file eyali eya spring mwalimu ebiwandiiko bye nga mwalimu n'ebiwandiiko ebirala nga mwalimu endagaano ku ttaka lyali yapangisa enoya. Ne basangamu ne copies endala ziyali ez'omuntu abeera asaba obutuuze mu Uganda.
Passport.
Eza passport.
After recovery, what did you do? What followed?
After the recovery, my Lord, we made a search certificate
Yes.
The search certificate was signed by those who witnessed the search.
And who are those?
I myself, the accused person, the defense, the Soko himself side on it, the Isiatube, and others, including the caretaker, Mr. Makai.
Nga bamaze okuba nga bazuula ebyo bye bazuula mu nnyumba eyo bakola certificate eya saachi era ne bateekako omukono n'abo bonna abaali balaba nga saachi eyo egenda mu maaso. Ye kennyini agambye yateekako omukono gwe, omusibe naye kennyini yateekako omukono gwe, owa defense ow'ekitundu ekyo yateekako omukono gwe, n'abasirikale abaali bakola kunoonyereza okuno yateekako omukono gwe, ne omwami eyali alabirira ekifo ekyo omusibe yali apangisa naye n'ateekako omukono gwe.
If the certificate is shown to you, how can you identify it?
My Lord, I can identify that certificate by my particulars and my signature.
Lord, I pray for PID 4. Look at the document. Do you recognize it?
Yes, my Lord.
What is it?
It is a search certificate, my Lord.
When was it made?
It was made on 3rd of April 2026.
Does it include the items you have told courts as having recovered?
Yes, my Lord.
Where did you sign?
I signed down here.
As number? Is it numbered?
No, it's where my particulars are. It's not numbered. But I signed down here, executed by.
You signed as officer who executed.
Yes, my Lord.
Where did the accused sign?
The accused signed as number 2.
Yagambye asobola okutegeera certificate eyo nti ddala ye ng'asinzidde bwe yateeka omukono gwe n'amannya ge era nemuweebwa nakkiriza nti eyo yennyini gye yakola ng'ennaku z'omwezi 3 ogwokuna omwaka gwa 2026 nakkiriza era n'agamba nti certificate eyo erimu ebyo byonna bye baazuula mu nnyumba eyo era n'agamba yateeka omukono gwe kumpi awo wennyini ewali erinnya lye era n'ayongera n'agamba nti omusibe nti ye yasayininga owokubiri ye yasayiningako owokubiri.
My Lord, I first want to pray that court admits PID 4 as an exhibit.
Miss Sarah.
My Lord, no objection.
Okay, the search certificate, for the search that was conducted on the 3rd of April 2026 at the house stroke room of Christopher Okelo Onyum at Katumba Zone, Chanja, is admitted as exhibit PEX 11.
Koti ekkiriza ekiwandiiko ekyo ekyali kyakolwanga ennaku z'omwezi 3 ogwokuna omwaka guno mu nnyumba oba mu luumu esangibwa Katumba eyali eyokero ng'ekisibiti ekya 11 eky'oludda oluwala.
Most obliged, my lord. I witness could have back prosecution exhibit 11. James, from your search certificate, you recovered a number of items.
Yes, my lord.
You have your cargo here, maybe it should be extended to you. I want you to take court through what you recovered, beginning from the first to the last, one by one.
My lord, as per the search certificate, item number 1 on the search certificate is the US passport number A81859365.
Please repeat that.
US passport number A81859365. In the names of the accused,
Please read out the names.
Christopher Okelo Onyum.
Is that the order of the names? Officer, is that the order of the names on the passport?
Yes, my lord.
Okay, let's deal with that. Where is it? Let's work together.
agambye ng'asinziira ku certificate ku ebyo bye baazuula mu nyumba ko passport ye yali eya US oba eya America ng'ennamba ya passport eyo yali etandisa E841 855 93 65 nga passport eyo yali mu mannya ga Christopher Okero Onyum nga bwe gatyo bwe bagalambika.
James, what is the order of the names in the passport number that you've read out to court?
My Lord, the order of the names as per the passport is Onyum Christopher Okelo.
Yongedde n'agamba nti engeri amannya gye galambikibwamu erinnya lya Onyum lye lyasooka ne kuddako Christopher then Okelo.
In the recovered passport, please tell court the date of birth of the accused.
As per the recovered passport, the date of birth of the accused is 23rd of June 1987.
When was it issued?
The passport was issued on 7th of July 2025.
Date of expiry?
6th of July 2035.
Agambye nti passport eyo yaliko emyaka oba ennaku omusibe ono we yazaalibwa nga yali yazaalibwa ennaku z'omwezi 23 omwezi gw'omukaaga mu mwaka gwa 1987 ng'era passport eyo yali yamuweebwa ennaku z'omwezi 7 ogw'omusanvu mu mwaka gwa 2025 nga passport eyo ebeera eggwako ng'ennaku z'omwezi 6 ogw'omusanvu mu mwaka gwa 2035.
What is the next item?
The next item, as per the search certificate,
My Lord, do you prefer we go through all, or we could, my Lord, tender each one at one category?
I was wondering what you want to do with this one. We can tender them one by one.
Most obliged. My Lord, I pray to have it admitted as an exit.
Any response?
No objection, my lord.
US passport number A81859365 in the name of Onyum Christopher Okello is admitted as an exhibit and it is marked PEX 11A.
Kooti ekkiriza passport eyo eweddwayo mu kooti ng'ekizibiti eky'oludda oluwaabe ekya 11A.
Let's first exhaust the issue of the passport. You say you recovered another passport.
Yes, my lord.
On which number is it on the exhibit slip?
On the search certificate,
On the search certificate.
this passport number is number 6832.
No. Which item on the search certificate?
This is item number 7.
Passport number?
68.
Passport number?
68.
Yes.
32.
Yes.
48.
Yes.
027.
Which names?
Onyum Christopher Okello.
Which country?
United States of America.
Date of issue? Date of birth?
Date of birth, 23rd of June, 1987.
Date of issue?
Date of issue, 2nd June, 2022.
Expiry? Date?
1st of June, 2032.
Same prayer, my lord.
Agambye nti eyo passport ey'okubiri naye ya ggwanga lya America nga ku certificate ye ogisanga ku namba 7 ku ebyo bye baazuula era nga ku namba ya passport eyo eri 6832 nga passport eyo yali yamuweebwa ennaku z'omwezi 2 ogw'omukaaga mwaka gwa 2022 nga passport eyo ebeera eggwako ennaku z'omwezi 1 ogw'omukaaga mwaka gwa 2032.
Kumbuga, any objection?
No objection, my lord.
This passport is also admitted as an exhibit and it is marked PX 11B.
Era naye ekkiriziddwa kkooti eno ng'ekizibiti eky'oludda oluwaabwe ekyo-11B.
James, let's cover item 3, 4, and 5 on your search certificate.
My lord, items 3, 4, 5.
Yes, let's proceed.
Item 3, 4, and 5 on the search certificate. Let's James proceed.
My Lord, items 3, 4, and 5 on the search certificate were all submitted to our forensic lab.
What are they, first of all?
Item number 3 is the 3 flash disks.
3, is that how you write them? How do they exist on the search certificate?
On the search certificate,
Please, we are dealing
they
with
were,
search certificate.
they were recorded as hard drives.
Just read as it is.
03 hard drives.
Hard drives.
Yes, my Lord.
So what were these?
These were flash disks that were recovered from the accused house.
And the next, item 4.
Item 4 is 02 Dell laptops.
2. Please, Mr. James, read as they exist.
02.
The reason court has given you that such certificate is to follow through.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes. So what is item 4?
Item 4 is 02 laptops, all Dell, black in color.
What is the next item?
The next item is 02 mobile phones.
That is item 5.
Yes, my Lord.
So where are these 3 sets of items, the flash disks, the 2 laptops, and the 2 mobile phones that you recovered?
This set of items, my Lord, were all submitted to our forensic lab for imaging and extraction .
Okay.
agambye ng'asinziira ku certificate yaabwe mu item yali eyokusatu eyokuna n'eyokutaano mu item yali eyokusatu kwaliko flash hard disks zaali 3 nga nnyonnyodde nti hard disks ezo zaali zi flash disk ze baasanga mu nnyumba y'omusibe. Then ku item yali eyokuna nga kwaliko laptops zaali 2 nga zaali za kika kya Dell nga zonna zaali nzirugavu. Item yali eyokutaano walimu amasimu 2 ng'era bwe baali bamaze okufuna ebintu ebyo baabiwaayo mu laabu yaabwe okubeera ng'ebintu ebyo babyekebejja n'okufunako obubaka bwonna obwaliko.
So let's finish item number 2. What is item number 2 on the certificate?
My Lord, item number 2 on the search certificate is 06 knives, 05 black in color, and 1 gray in color.
Repeat that, please.
06 knives, 05 are black in color, and 1 is gray in color.
Where are those items?
I have them here, my Lord.
Yes. Bring.
Item yali eyokubiri mu certificate yaabwe kwaliko obwambe 6 bwe baali baazuula ku bwambe obwo 6 obutaano ku bwo bwali buddugavu nga akamuko kaali ka kkala eya grey.
I'm going to ask you just to remove and put back just to confirm because court has to follow. remove one, put back, remove another, put back, till you finish the set.
We could begin with the black ones.
Let's begin with the 5 black ones. Whatever you finish, you give the order.
This is one.
Dakika kamu ku bwambe akubuddugavu.
What do you observe?
A black knife with a cover.
Bikakamu akamba akaddugavu.
Also a black knife with a black cover on its blade.
Tikika akamba akokubiri ng'era nako kaddugavu nga kalina ne kava yaako nako era.
Also a black knife with a black cover on its blade.
Ako ke kamba akokusatu ng'era nako kaddugavu ng'era nako kalinako kava yaako enzirugavu.
My lord, a black knife with a black cover on its blade.
Ngako ke kamba akokuna ng'era nako kaddugavu ng'era nako kalinako kava yaako enzirugavu.
A grey knife.
Let's finish black. Let's finish black. So the 4, finish the 5th.
Also a wooden handle with a black cover on it.
Kakambe akalala akokutaano nga kalina hando yaako nga yali yakolebwa mu wuddu then nga ko kali kalina kava yaako nga nzirugavu.
And then final one.
Finally, a grey knife.
Kakamba akalala akakali yagwe.
Lord, we apply to tender them collectively.
Any objection?
No objection, my lord.
Okay, all the 6 knives have been admitted and they are collectively marked PX 11C.
Kkooti ekkiriza obwamba obwo bwonna era nebumakinga ng'ekizibiti ekya 11C ekyoludda oluwala.
11C, collectively, all the 6. The search certificate is 11, the first passport is 11A, the second passport is 11B, and then this one is 11C.
Most of that. James, you were at the head of this search team. Why did you interest yourself in the knives as exhibits in this case?
My Lord, I interested myself in these knives because earlier on during my interaction with the accused person, he had indicated to me that in preparation for this act he committed, he had bought several knives. So finding these knives at his home was corroborating the statement he had given me at police.
Mu kusooka yali ayogerezeganyaamu n'omusibe yali yamugamba nti ye mu kwetegeka kwe yali yagula obwambi obw'enjawulo.
So we ended at item 5. What is item? We shall come to 6, but first go to 8. We finished 7. What is item 8?
Item 8 is a sanitary medical report for Christopher Okello Onyum, dated 3rd of December 2025.
Is it dated 3rd?
Dated, I think there is an error. There is an error, my Lord.
The error where? On the document or on your certificate?
On my certificate.
On the search certificate?
Yes.
I thought you were explaining the document.
It's recorded 3rd, whereas it's supposed to be 30th. Addressed to Immigration Department.
You already explained that.
Yes, my Lord.
Just show court the document recovered.
Agaye maitemu yali ey'omunaana mwe muli ebbaluwa eyali ewandiikiddwa eddwaliro erya Sanity Medical ng'era agambye ye mu search certificate ye bali bakolamu ensobi ne bateekamu ennaku z'omwezi 3 omwezi gwa Desemba omwaka gwa 2025 naye nga zirina okubeera ennaku z'omwezi nga 3 omwezi gwa Desemba omwaka gwa 2025 bwe baali nga bakebera Christopher Okello Onyum.
You say you made an error in the search certificate to put 3rd December 2025.
Yes, my Lord.
What is the actual date on the certificate you recovered?
The actual date is 30th December 2025.
All right, I pray to tender it to the next exhibit.
Mr. Kumbuga?
My Lord, no objection. My lord,
Yes.
that certificate, if I do recall properly, the doctor came and tendered it in.
No, he tendered the certified copy from the hospital. This is a copy that was recovered from the accused's house.
Don't they have the same contents?
They do, but they relate to different things. Because that was a certified copy, this one is as per the search.
It's all right, my lord.
It's admitted and it is marked PEX 11D.
oteekiriza n'ekiwandiiko ekyo oba certificate eyo nga ekizibiti ekya 11D ekyoludda oluwaabi.
James, go to item 9. What is it?
Item 9, a certificate of good conduct.
Where is it?
See, my lord.
When was it issued?
This certificate of good conduct was issued on 28th of November 2025.
In which names?
The author is AIG
In which names?
in the names of Onyum Christopher Okello.
Other than the names, does it bear any other identification mark?
Yes, my lord.
What is it?
This certificate has a serial number.
Apart from the serial number,
It has a photograph of the accused person.
does it indicate the issuing officer?
Yes, my lord.
Who is the issuing officer?
The issuing officer is AIGP Obwana Joseph, Director, Interpol and International Relations.
Ready to tender it as an exhibit?
agambye neeyo certificate eweebwa omuntu eyisa obulungi naye nga ya item 9 mu search certificate yaabwe nga yali yakolewa ennaku z'omwezi nga 28 omwezi gwa Novemba mu mwaka gwa 2025 yali eweebwa Onyum Christopher Okello nga certificate eyo kwaliko serial number, kwaliko n'ekifaananyi ky'omusibe ng'era certificate eyo eyali yateekako omukono yagigaba eyali akulira ekitongole ekyo ekya Interpol ayitibwa AIGP Joseph.
My lord, no objection.
Okay, the certificate of good conduct, which is dated 28th November 2025, in the name of Onyumu Christopher Okello is admitted, and it is marked PEX 11E.
Otekereza certificate yakolebwa ennaku z'omwezi 28 November mwaka gwa 2025 eri mmanya ga Onyumu Christopher Okello negimakinga nga PEX eya 11E ey'oludda olwali.
What is item 10?
My Lord, item number 10 is a driving permit of Christopher Okello Onyum from Virginia State, USA, and assorted documents.
Let's first deal with the driving permit itself.
Yes, my Lord.
Let me look at it. Does it have a driving permit number?
Yes, my Lord.
What is the license number?
The license number is E62485866.
Issued in which names?
Onyum Christopher Okello.
Date of issue?
Date of issue July 31st,
31st July.
2025.
Expiry date?
Expiry is 23rd June 2031.
Agambye mu item ey'ekumi nga kwaliko driving permit n'ebiwandiiko ebirala naye nga ku driving permit enamba ya driving permit eyo yali I628586 nga yali manyaga Onyum Christopher Okello eyamuweebwa state ya Virginia esangibwa mu ggwanga lya America nga permit eyo yamuweebwanga ennaku z'omwezi 31 omwezi gw'omusanvu mwaka gwa 2025 ng'eggwako ng'ennaku z'omwezi 23 ogw'omukaaga mwaka gwa 2031.
Does it indicate that used his date of birth?
Yes, my Lord.
Yes.
23rd of June 1987.
Other than the names, does it bear any other item of identification?
Yes, my Lord. It bears a photograph of the accused.
My Lord, I pray to have it admitted as an exit.
Ng'era ku pamiti eyo y'emu kuliko omwezi omwami oyo yazaalibwa ng'ennaku z'omwezi 23 ogw'omukaaga mwaka gwa 1987 ng'era kuliko n'akafaananyi ke aka Onyum Christopher Okello.
Sakum, any objection?
Objection, my Lord.
Okay, the driver's license is also admitted and it is marked PEX 11F.
Kooti ekkiriza drivers license eyo era negimakinga nga PEX ya 11 11F ey'oludda oluwaabi ng'ekizibu kikyabwe.
We got the final item 6 on your search certificate.
Yes, my lord.
Which is
A royal spring file, yellow in color, with the documents.
now. What are some of the documents that were contained in this file?
Some of the documents which are contained in this file,
one by one from top.
there is a document here. It has a photocopy of a national ID, a Uganda national ID, of one Omara Francis.
Put that aside. Next.
There is a birth certificate in the names of Christopher Okello Onyu,
Issued by which country?
Uganda.
Which entity?
My lord, the entity that issued this document is not clearly indicated here.
So how do you know it's Uganda?
My lord, it has a birth certificate in the sub-county of Kawempe, county of Chadondo, in the district of Kampala, in the Republic of Uganda.
Next. Put that aside. If the order is sort of you don't mix them.
Also on this file,